Hey folks, Russ Bailey here. I want to take a minute to talk about the new dock shooting kit from Southern Pro. As you know, dock shooting has become very popular across the country, and if you've ever watched the Midwest Crappie television series or the Anytime Crappie videos, you know that it's definitely a favorite pattern of mine to fish. This kit has everything that you're going to need to turn you into a better dock shooter. So give it a try and let's take a look.
As host of the Midwest Crappie Show and Anytime Crappie DVD series, Russ Bailey is known across the nation for his dock shooting techniques. He's also been featured many times in magazine and online articles. Russ has personally put this dock shooting kit together for Southern Pro. Stinger shads, crappie shads, hot grubs, jig heads, and even teardrop floats. Everything you need to be a successful dock shooter.
Folks, when Southern Pro asked me to put this dock shooting kit together, there were several things that I looked at. First of all, I wanted to make sure we had the type of jig that we could catch fish under dock on a year-round basis. The other thing is color combinations. These are the colors that have worked for me on docks that I've shot clear across the country. The third thing, and this is probably the most important, is I wanted to make sure we had jigs where we could match the jig up to the type of bite we're getting. Let's take a look at what I mean. Crappie can be caught in docks year-round if you match the depth, location, and the bait to the type of the bite. Here's what I mean. When fishing docks for crappie, they will normally take the jig in one of four basic ways. The first is on the drop. This means that after you shoot the jig, the crappie will hit it as it is dropping. The fish are very aggressive during this bite. There's the first one of the morning. And I was just vertical jigging him.
Look at that.
Nice fish. I believe you have black nose down here.
We do have black nose.
Folks, that was the first drop of the morning. Nice fish.
Oh, dang.
Hey, Jason, did you miss one?
I did. I'm going to assume they're a little bit shallower than 6 foot.
I was going to say he wasn't very far because I was just dropping that down. And he liked that hot grub.
That's good.
First one. All right, let's get him back and we'll see if we can get a few more out of this dock. For this bite, any of the jigs in the kit will work. The stinger shad, the crappie shad, or the hot grub. Number 2, chasing the jig. The crappie will not so much hit the jig on the fall, but will chase it as it is being retrieved. The hot grub is a great jig of choice for this pattern.
You know, today we have fished the Stinger Shad by Southern Pro. We fished the Southern Pro Crappie Shad, a little swim bait that works really well. And we had very limited success today. A lot of times if you'll just go from bait to bait, you'll eventually find one that will work for you and one that they will really eat. Today we kept changing out of the dock shooting kit that Southern Pro puts out until we came with the blue chartreuse hot grub, and we have caught about 4 or 5 fish just real quick on that. If you are getting ready to learn this technique, there's a fish right there. If you're trying to learn this technique, that is a good one. Get online and order this Russ Bailey Signature Series kit because it's got everything you need in it to catch fish just like that one right there. That is a really good fish, and he wanted that bait not sitting still, he wanted it moving.
Number 3, the finicky bite. This is when the crappie won't hit the jig on the fall or during the retrieve. This will occur a lot of times during cold fronts when the fish appear to be shut down. This is when the stinger shad and the cork work very slowly, can produce those tough to get slabs. We've made several shots under this dock in that section where all the posts are. It's where the fish are coming from. We've made several flips from this direction, but before I leave this dock house, I'm going to position the boat just a little bit different, shoot it from a different angle, and just see if we can pick up a few more. Sometimes, you know, that doesn't make any difference at all. Sometimes it makes a lot. But that's one of the things when you fish a boathouse, and normally if you're using a cork, you're really going to slow down things. So take your time, be methodical, fish the whole area, different angles. Give those fish a little bit something different to look at. We just talked about, you know, moving around that dock, giving them a little bit different angle to see and maybe hit some waters that you couldn't get to from that first area you were at. So that's what we did now. Just made a little move around to the side of the dock. we want to hit those same dock posts, but just from a different angle. And that way we can make sure that we hit all of them too. Oh, there we go. There we go. Come here. That might be a decent fish. Staying down there, folks. Oh my goodness. Come here. Come here. I don't recommend that, but he was right there. And there's what dock shooting can produce. That is a dandy crappie right there. Woo, daddy. Big old thick across the back. Folks, the dock we're in now, fishing just a little bit deeper than we normally would with those corks. There you go. And that's what it can produce. And number 4, on the bottom. This is very often overlooked as we hear so much about the crappie only feeding up. This does not mean that they won't be on or very close to the bottom. Hopping the jig on the bottom is a great technique, and using the crappie shad to produce these fish is my number 1 choice.
Let's see if we can catch some out from under this thing. On this particular dock, what I'm actually doing, I'll shoot it in there and I'm counting it down to the bottom, and then as I work it back out, just kind of real slow and hopping it about like you would if you was a bass fisherman fishing with a worm. You just real short, real small hops and let it fall right back to the bottom. Most of the time when the crappie are down on the bottom, you're going to get your bite when the jig actually falls back to the bottom. You hop it up and let it fall right back down, and usually there's one right there. There he comes. That right there, and he come off right here at the boat. That right there is a great dock fish from Alabama. About a 10 and a half inch fish, just a good keeper fish.
Well folks, I hope you're ready to give dock shooting a try, and grab you my signature series dock shooting kit from Southern Pro. Crappie shads, stinger shads, hot grubs, jigs, and even the teardrop cork. Everything you need to start your dock shooting adventure.